Several years ago, I was with a group of people in San Francisco, and one of the people in that group, it was called Elder Hostel, the group. And one of the people in that group was a high school friend from Paris, Texas. She lived in Fort Worth now, but she lived when we went to school. We went to school in Paris. She was a member of the Elder Hostel group in San Francisco, and we had gone. The Elder Hostel group sees the sights of the city, and so we were doing that. And at some point in time, we had been to what they call Coit Tower, and to an area of San Francisco, and we were dismissed about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or so shortly after we had lunch. And she and I were, just the two of us, were walking together back to the hotel, and we were walking through Chinatown, and we were kind of walking up an alley, which there are a number of alleys in Chinatown that are more alley than street. And we were walking down this alley in Chinatown and looked in the back door of a building, and they were obviously doing fortune cookies. And they were putting them in large square boxes and in packages that were about 10 inches square packages, fairly large packages of fortune cookies, and they were just throwing them in these bags. And I asked her, I said, "Would you like a fortune cookie?" And she says, "Yeah, I would like a fortune cookie." And I said, "Well, I don't know if we can buy them here or not," because we were kind of in the back of the business, in the back door there. But I just stepped in and I said to the woman that was working there, "Can we buy some of these?" And so I do not know if she spoke English or not, but she did not give me a reply. And I says, "Can we buy some of these?" And she still didn't reply, and she just kept working with them. And I just reached over in the container and I grabbed 2 bags, and they're pretty large bags, but I got 2 of them, and I had a $5 bill in my hand, and I handed it to her, and I says, "Could we buy these 2 bags?" And she just grabbed the $5 bill and stuck it in her bra, and so I walked out with the 2 bags. So I don't know if she knew English or not. I still don't know that. But anyway, we had our 2 bags of fortune cookies, and we walked on back to the hotel. We didn't eat any right then, and the bags were sealed at the top. Anyway, the next day she was leaving to go back home, and I guess I was leaving too. But we hadn't opened either one of the bag of fortune cookies, and I said, "Well, I'll give you one to take home with you. You just take a bag of these with you, you know." And so I intended to give her the bag of fortune cookies. As it turned out, we forgot to do that, and I ended up with 2 big bags of fortune cookies, which I brought home with me here to Merced. And I had fortune cookies at the house there, and I thought, what am I going to do with that many fortune cookies? But I thought, I know, I'll take them to church Sunday. I'll just take the 2 bags to church and leave them there. Anyway, before Sunday came, I don't know whether it was Wednesday or Thursday or what day it was, but I was sitting one evening watching TV, and I had a kind of a sweet tooth or a desire for something sweet, and I started looking around, and I didn't have any cookies or candy or anything that I could find that looked sweet, and I thought, well, I'll open one of the bags and eat a couple of fortune cookies. That'll probably solve my taste. Anyway, I did that. I opened the bag and I opened one of the fortune cookies, and I read it, and I thought, that fortune doesn't sound too nice. So I opened another fortune cookie, and it was even worse. And I opened a couple of more, read these. They were X-rated. Those fortune cookies, you know, I don't know where they were going to serve those, but they couldn't serve them in polite society anywhere. They were going to some club or something, I don't know. But I suddenly realized, boy, am I glad I didn't take these to church. This is something. So I threw them all in my garbage. I didn't eat any more or read any more of the things there. I thought these are really something, and I frankly did not know they made such. It was a surprise to me, but I thought, well, that's the only time I'm going to buy in the back door of one of those fortune cookie places in San Francisco.